guys have probably seen us like post about us going to like a DIY rave, like K-BBQ rave.
Yes,
before,
and like the Hot Pot Rave.
We convinced the person that manages the Hot Pot restaurant, like, hey, why don't we just still make this like a legit show, sell tickets and all that. And and he was down for it, and then we did it, and then we posted more about it, and it blew up again on social media. And so me starting DJing was basically because one of my friends were like, why don't you just start DJing? And I was like, okay, sure. And so I started doing it, and obviously like I fell in love with the whole idea of it.
If I were to manage anyone, like, it would be someone that I'd like trust and like believe in, right? Like, a lot of people nowadays, they're like, oh, they just get a manager, and the manager does everything for them, from everything from like booking to like media presence and like does everything. And I'm like, no, you gotta put in that work yourself. You gotta be willing to try, and like you also have to be talented. Like
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Just One Bite. I'm one of your hosts, Nina at Psychofood.
And I'm Tiff at Take One for the Road.
And today we're here with
Roy,
And Aiku.
Yeah, and who are you guys?
DIY
Rave.
Rave.
Yeah! So I know you guys have probably seen us like post about us going to like a DIY rave, like K-BBQ rave.
Yes,
before,
and like the Hot Pot Rave.
That Tiff had gone to. And so they're actually the ones who have created that, and they do all these awesome events. So we just wanted to invite them here today because, you know, like, you guys are so cool, and I feel like you guys are like on like the come up. I just want to know what you guys like do and how did you guys get started, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it all started off as like kind of like a joke almost, you know. That's how like almost everything starts, you know. But yeah, because it was just kind of like for I mean, it started off with like a management first because yeah, I'm sure we're gonna go through some of these questions later.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were like just friends, and then he started DJing, and then like long story short, like I was like, okay, it's like hard to book like, you know, like a small DJ, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I was like, screw it, you know, we're just gonna make our own events, and then we'll just book him, and then like, so as DIY, we'll just do it ourselves, you know?
Yeah, and then, when did you guys actually like start?
So it was like an accident. Initially, I was DJing for one of his friend's birthday parties.
Nice.
At the Hot Pot restaurant. And then he recorded a video, and I posted on TikTok, and then it went viral and blew up.
Yeah.
So then people were asking, what's the next one? But we didn't actually know when the next one was going to be.
Yeah. And
his friend was having another birthday party for one of his friends, but it was going to be a private, not like a sell ticket show or anything like that. And then the friend canceled because the friend couldn't go there anymore.
No.
And then so we were like, no, we still want to do a show, Roy and I. So we convinced the person that manages the Hot Pot restaurant, like, hey, why don't we just still make this like a legit show, sell tickets and all that. And and he was down for it, and then we did it, and then we posted more about it, and it blew up again on social media, and then that was like the first unofficial DIY rave show that we did.
That's pretty sick.
Those are now the 100C production guys.
I know, yeah. So were you guys kind of just like a two-person team, or is there like more people who are involved?
It's pretty much just Roy and I. Yeah.
Nice, the front runners.
I mean, we're like the main two people, but luckily we have like a great supporting cast of stuff. We have like we have Ian, like he's like our media guy, like he does our photos, videos. That's cool. And it's funny because like when we did like a show, like a Sanrio show, Sanrio rave at like a restaurant last year.
We went to that.
Yeah, he actually like hit me up like because he met me on like Rave Exchange on like this Facebook group. And then
where we buy all the tickets, guys. Like I literally just discovered that right now, and I was like, oh my god, he's literally been the one who approves our posts. So
we got a great team for Rave Exchange. If you guys are scalping tickets, we'll ban you.
That's sick. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so he just hit me up. He was like, yo, can I like shoot for you guys? Like, you know, I'll just do it for free. I just want to get some experience in like, you know, kind of like concert, like event space. I was like, screw it, you know, like screw it. We don't have anyone for that, you know. And then now he's just been so good. And like he started off with just like, I don't even know what his camera is, but it was like all right. I'm not gonna lie. but how?
He's getting better.
Yeah, he's so good now. You know, now he's like getting booked out by like he shot for like Chill, like Riot 10.
Sick, yeah.
And he's also shot for like Beyond. And,
that's awesome.
And even Starbase. And
wow, I did go to that one, the Slander event. That was pretty sick. It was very cold there though.
It was different. I like that they tried something unique. You know?
It's like what they can call like their own. Like it's kind of like say like you know that event like grills never mind. But there's not a lot of like grills, yeah, not grills.
My favorite artist. I was supposed to go to that festival in Virginia.
Yeah.
But it's the same weekend as ISO Knock.
Oh yeah, unfortunate.
You can't miss that one, bro.
Yeah. So I actually sold my Grizz ticket to go to the Night Hearts just because the lineup dropped and I was like, okay, that back to back with Skrillex is.
Yeah, I know, it's insane. It's like it's a B2B with ISO and then Knock 2 and Zed. Yeah, so that's pretty wild.
There's so many like OGs in there. Like who is it? Joyride was on there. Yellow Claw is on there too. The lineup is just too good to not like go to it at all.
Yeah.
I'd probably hate myself if I missed it. So.
I know. Yeah.
But besides Ian though, we have like David too, which is here also.
Yeah, he's like behind the scenes for you guys.
Bought all the Night Heart tickets, so you.
Well, he helps with like a lot of influencer work for DIY too.
That's
get a little bit more of the word out with like a higher up people and all that.
Yeah.
And then also he has his clothing brand Rockstar, which we always wear at the shows majority of the time.
I know. Yeah. We
All the jeans, they look really.
Yeah. That's all him right there.
We'll insert picture here. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. So I know that we're talking a little bit more about like how you guys got started, but how did you guys actually start getting into like EDM music and then just like the whole culture of like going to music festivals and events and stuff?
Yeah. You want to go first? You have like a longer history of that.
Because I'm an unk.
Yeah.
So I'm from like Hong Kong, and I feel like EDM wasn't that big back then. And then I think my first like festival ever was in Hong Kong, and then it was like mainstream artists. It was like Zed, like Steve Aoki, and I think they considered like LMFAO like EDM back then.
They did. Yeah.
It was like really random. And then but when I got to America for college, my friend, his name is Logan. He actually got me into like Porter Robinson.
Oh, okay.
And then he took me to my first festival in America, Escape. And that's kind of where everything started, you know.
You're like, why are all these people dressed up?
Yeah, I was like, why is everyone naked?
Naked, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's like Halloween. But
I know, yeah.
Like,
Everyone
everyone's just in
pulls all
dental
the shots.
floss. Like, so I was like, that's like interesting, you know. Obviously, there's a lot of fun stuff that, you know, people, you know, enhancements for, for festivals and stuff. And then I was like, oh, this is like super cool. I didn't even know any of the music, but I just love like the vibe of it. I love like the community. I love like the people. It was so friendly. I was like, you know, just going through crowds and like everyone was like made space for me, or I was like making sure I was okay, fanning me. And I was like, dude, I don't want to be in a community like that.
No, seriously.
So and then I just started raving a lot. And then like at one point, I think I met him at Hard Summer.
We met at a rave.
Oh, nice.
We met at a rave. I was like, oh wow, like are cool.
It makes sense why we're throwing them now, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta make our money back at this point. We spent so much money. Yeah.
Oh.
And then because like 1 year I literally went to like 107 raves. And then
what in a year?
Yeah, it was just my old degenerate. Like,
oh my god, that's like every other day.
But yeah, so I mean, it was just like truly like I truly loved like the music, like the scene, like the people.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I want to like do something in it eventually, you know. I want to bring something like brand new and stuff. But then and then at one point we went to Millennium. Ember Shores.
Yeah.
Wow,
and the Cancun one, right? That one's sick.
That one's really fun.
Yeah, it's like in December.
Yeah, it was like not a moment that we were sober. Maybe just on a flight there, but that's it. It was a great time, and then I think that's when you started bringing up that you wanted to DJ.
Yeah, it was that festival that Roy and I went to where we basically together came up with my DJ name Aiku.
Nice.
And I think my old DJ name was I Don't Know You, and I thought it was like I thought it was really bad, and I wanted to change it. Yeah, so I hated it, and I thought of like I Know You, but then I wanted to shorten that too because I also hated I Know You. So I think we said that it would be like IKU, but then we were like, how would you even say that?
I Know You.
And I think Roy or someone said it, and then we just said like Aiku, and then it was all like a. That's the one, yeah.
That is catchy.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, you need something like short and something that's like memorable.
Yeah,
so it's a good
A lot of people, it's actually like a Japanese word, but
do you know what it means?
I think like
They can look it up.
This is
Yeah,
not
you
part
guys
of the
can
10
look it
minutes.
up.
Yeah, they can look at what
That's okay. But you know, it's actually my username is also like a Japanese like
Oh, really?
word,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it means like the highest or like the most supreme. And you can say that when you're like expressing like that something's really good or something like food is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one I can tell you guys what it means. Yeah, but okay, so you guys started like that's how you kind of started your like DJing journey. But have you already been like DJing before that, or that's when you kind of decided, okay, I'm gonna buy like my own set? Or I mean,
so me starting DJing was basically because I always was DD for my friends whenever we would go out.
Oh, man.
And my rule was that if I'm DD, I get to pick the music. And every time I picked the music, my friends always loved it no matter what. So I think it was like a joke initially where one of my friends were like, why don't you just start DJing? And I was like, okay, sure. And so I started doing it, and obviously like I fell in love with the whole idea of it. At that point I was already raving and stuff, which I just had a similar rave, like starting rave experience, like where I just go to my first rave and I absolutely fall in love with it, you know, and the community and the people and all that.
Yeah.
But it initially started off as like a joke or just like a party thing, because that's what I started doing was like parties and all that. But I've been making music since I was a kid, but it was like rap, like horrible rap music and stuff. But then so once I started getting once I started getting good at DJing, I'm like, I gotta start producing and making my own stuff so I can DJ my own music too, you know. So I started producing, and that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
But basically like DJing was from raving initially, and then as a joke, and then just because I love music so much.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you play any instruments, or it's
I
just
played piano as a kid, but I don't know anything about it anymore. Yeah, I cannot tell you. But it does help now when I do create music to know a little bit of like music theory and all that, you know. But actively, I don't play any instruments.
Yeah. So did you like when you were like trying to figure out how to like learn? Did you learn like on YouTube or something? Did you take classes or
No
like,
classes. Everything I learned of what I know now is just YouTube, and like Patreons are really good too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of music artists, like bigger ones like Rave Volpe or Blank, all of them have like Patreons where you could get like really good information on, and YouTube is just like an unlimited source of information as well. And then I also had like a few friends that were producing at the time too, so I would go over their houses and they would show me how to produce too, so a lot of that helped as well.
That's pretty sick. Okay.
But yeah, that's why a lot of people ask me like, how can I start producing this? And I was like, bro, it's all on the internet.
all the resources
It's
are
literally
there.
all on the internet, you know.
Yeah.
Even to this day, I'm still Googling, like, YouTubing stuff. Like, I don't know how to do this on Ableton, which is the software I use to make music. I'm like, how do I do it? So I just YouTube it, and I'll figure it out, you know?
Yeah. Also, you might need to speak a little bit closer to
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone can hear.
Okay.
How the sources are. What are the tricks and stuff?
Drop the links below.
No, we're gatekeeping it. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but basically just the internet is how
Yeah.
I learned everything.
That's cool. And then, like, are you creating, like, your own music right now? Or are you,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah. So I've been doing it since I was younger, since I was a kid, but actually seriously and like EDM wise, it's been a few years now, getting to a few years now. So I just released the EP last Friday also.
Yeah, I saw.
Which is really cool.
Congratulations.
I know.
Yeah, thank you.
Big.
Yeah, so everything I'm doing now is like me building my sound. And
Yeah.
so I pertain more to like when I perform, it's a DJ, but like everything presence online and all that is music artist. So yeah.
Yeah. Who are, like, some of your idols that you kind of, like, look up to?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I even to this day I still listen to like every music genre. It's not like just EDM. So I kind of take a lot of inspiration all over, but I really love artist named Tu Hollis. He's like kind of like a electronic version of like Playboi Carti, and like a white version of Playboi Carti in a way. But he's like something I take a lot of inspiration from. And then obviously like Skrillex is just always like innovating too, and he's always doing like a lot of new stuff. And RL Grime is really sick too.
Yeah.
Obviously like Isonoc is just like head of the game on everything that they're doing right now too. But I like taking little inspiration from like all different music genres, because when I even produce myself, I'm not just making like only trap or only dubstep or only techno. I'm kind of making them all. So I feel like it helps a lot more if I'm more knowledgeable in like every music genre. So I try to take inspiration from like all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you would classify yourself in, like, one type of, like, subgenre of EDM, what do you think it would be? Or you're kind of just more all?
It would definitely be trap.
Trap? Yeah.
Yeah, 100% would be trap. Yeah, because that's just I feel like those are like my more popular songs, and like bass house. But like
Yeah.
yeah, bass house. I don't like saying I'm a bass house artist, but those are my most popular songs.
Wait, why do you want to say that you're a bass house?
I love creating bass house, but that's not like the
main
sound.
sound.
The main sound I'm gonna go into, or I want to go into.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy making it. I'm still definitely gonna release it. But if I had to pick one, it would definitely be like trap. You know? Just because I also grew up on like a lot of hip hop, so it just that's what I love the most.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah.
If you could perform at like any festival or any event, what would be your dream right now? And who would you want to play B2B with?
Yeah. Oh, EDC for sure.
Yeah.
EDC is like EDC and like Red Rocks would be so cool to play. Yeah, Red Rocks is like the venue and like the sound in there is super sick. But obviously EDC, because I feel like once I do EDC or like a Tomorrowland, I feel like okay, I've somewhat made it now. You know. But a dream back to back would be like I really love an artist named Wink. He's like I think 18 years old or something like that, but he's super. His production is like super insane for his age, and I think we have somewhat near the same sound in a way. So I feel like we would just like blend really well. But he's like him and another artist named Nico are like both coming up insanely. So I feel like that would be a lot of fun to do with him or them too. Yeah.
All right, get on it, Roy.
I'm working on it. It's a lot of pressure, but
Yeah.
I know we'll get there eventually because he's so talented. It's like
It is. No, yeah. I remember
Thank
going to the Hot Pot Rave, and then afterwards, I like volunteered for a summer camp with a younger like demographic, a lot of high school, younger college kids, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we know Aiku. We see him on TikTok. Like his music's really good." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know him, but he was at the Hot Pot Rave. And he was really good."
Yeah.
I'm glad to know that the TikToks are doing something.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing to hear.
Yeah.
So I know we talked a lot about you, but I want to also know more about like how you got into like just talent management and just like why were you like thinking about like kind of continuing on like this EDM like train?
Yeah. Again, it was like another joke.
That's it. Him managing me was like an accident too.
It's kind of like it just always starts off like that because like I feel like so many things aren't like serious in my life until like until you start talking about it a lot. I'm like, okay, maybe it's like a real thing, because like we were like obviously like close friends, right? And then like as like a joke, a lot of my friends always like, yo, you should manage me, do this like this, because like I think my personality is like I'm very like kind of like organized.
Roy's
like,
very
punctual,
outgoing.
Like,
Yeah,
and
that
I
was
was
like
like,
the thing.
I like just talk to a lot of people. You know, that's like my talent is like just talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just like hopefully I talk to the right person. Like but yeah, and I just like kind of heard from someone, like I think he mentioned to me once, like, oh, you should manage me. I was like, oh yeah, of course, man. You know. And then I heard from like another like mutual. I was like, oh yeah, like are you gonna manage him? Like he was like like Andy likes for real. I was like, wait, like for real? And then I was like, oh shoot, like I felt bad, like I dismissed him like that, you know. And so I like talked to him about it, and then I was like, oh okay, well let's do this, you know, like because I trust him, like I believe in him, and I feel like if I were to manage anyone, like it would be someone that I'd like trust and like believe in, right? Like, and I knew he had the talent, I knew he had the ambition, like because he's willing to work for it too. It's not like a lot of people nowadays, they're like, oh, they just get a manager and the manager does everything for them, from everything from like booking to like media presence and like just everything. And I'm like, no, you got to put in that work yourself. You got to be willing to try, and like you also have to be talented. Like like social media can only get so far. Like I mean, like
if you don't got it, it's unborn.
yeah, like I mean, you could be like all right, but you can market yourself somehow. But if you're like bad, then it's harder, you know. But he's got everything, you know. And my job is just to hopefully talk to the right person and like get us somewhere. And I knew nothing about management. I haven't managed anything. Like I managed like maybe like my friends like schedules, like at like itineraries for like raves or like traveling and stuff. But I was like, okay, cool. Like maybe I can make this like a career, you know. So kind of start off as that, and yeah, so I just kept networking, and because I went to so many of these events, I met so many people in that industry, and then everyone kind of just grew in their own ways, and then kind of made something happen. And then it's kind of like what I mentioned earlier, like it's hard to get a small artist like a booking because no one wants to take a chance on someone that's just starting, you know. I mean, and then that's kind of why we had DIY Raves, because it's like we want to give those artists an opportunity to play. Like even if you have like no followers, and you know, just send us something good, like that, you know, like a mix or something, and like show that you're trying and that you want to bring people out and you know, have a good time. So we're trying to provide that same platform to you know, just so people in our like shoes, like you know, back then. So
no, for real, because like if you don't have like the platform like yourself, like you can't just kind of like sit around and just wait for the opportunity to just like fall in your lap. Like you need to
you gotta be reaching out, like
that's like the biggest thing. A lot of music artists ask me for advice as far as like how to market themselves, and I tell them, I'm like, bro, your page doesn't even look like you DJ. You know, it's like, how are people supposed to know who you are if you're not even putting yourself out there, you know? So like social media is like the easiest, not the easiest I wouldn't say, but like it's like the most accessible thing to everyone has, you know. But it's also like the biggest thing that a lot of people don't use themselves, you know.
And I think too, like there's a fear that people are like, oh, I don't know if like I should put myself out there, or it's not like perfect. But like, how do you like did you ever have that feeling where you're like, oh, I don't know if this is good, or were you just like, I'm just gonna post whatever I think is
all the
do?
time? Even to this day, I still think I'm like cringy when I'm dancing. I put my phone down on a tripod and I start dancing in my room to my own music, you know. And it's cringy to think about, like, you know, posting things like that, but at the end of the day, like, people are gonna think it's weird until it's not weird, you know. So I just think you gotta do it no matter what people think, you know. And
there's gonna be people out there who support you.
Oh yeah, of course. I've always been like that when I was a kid though. Like I would always post videos like on Vine and early TikTok days and YouTube and all that stuff. So I think when I actually started doing it for music, it was like a natural thing. Like I didn't really, like, personally, I don't really care if I have haters in a way, you know, regardless. Anyone is entitled to their own opinions, and if someone feels different about me, then it doesn't really affect me, especially if they're not telling me, you know. So I think people just gotta just do it. There's not really like a cheat code on how to break, you know, being cringy or anything like that. It's just about doing it, you know.
Like a lot of our like videos, like even for like our promos and stuff.
Oh, they're so cringy. It's so cringy.
We have to do like hella takes, and we're just like in public, and we're just standing there in like front of like a restaurant or something, and people are just trying to eat, right? And but we're like filming a video, like, and we don't know what works, right? Like sometimes some things get way more engagement than the others, and you just gotta keep trying and like until something like.
But social media, like especially messaging people, super important. Like even Roy and I, we still like, we literally read every single message that comes in on our personals and on our DIY page. Like we're reading absolutely every single message that comes in. So that's also something I tell DJs too, is like literally reach out to the like the owners of these promoting companies and stuff, because you know, you never know if they're gonna read it or not, you know, because like for example us, we are reading it, you know. And as like a piece of advice to those people that want to play at our shows and are just starting off new, don't just send like a SoundCloud link, bro. Like I like it's introduce yourself, have a conversation with me, maybe come out to one of our shows, talk to me in person, because the chance of me like knowing who you are as a person is like, we meet in person, we have a real conversation. It's not like just like, oh, I'm DJ like Exodus, and like here's my SoundCloud link and I do dubstep. And I'm like, bro, like I get so many of these messages, like why would I choose you, you know? So in person is probably like the way that we've remembered the most about a person, for sure. Like I've booked so many artists that come to our shows just to support us, because I believe in supporting those people that support us. I think we can all win, you know, like we can all grow together. It's not like a competition, and
no,
like
it really isn't.
And we're doing different things too, but it works in tandem, like so you know, I always encourage people to, you know, come out and actually just have real conversations with us. And
it is definitely something that's kind of like missing in like our generation, because I don't know if it was because of like COVID or something and people just forgot how to like talk to people or something, but I also feel like people just don't like go out to things, like they don't know how to like have a like social life, if that makes sense, because they like are just too in their heads, or they don't want to go out, or they're feeling like too cool to like meet people, but you really don't know who you are going to meet, so you should always try to make that connection.
Even to this day, Roy and I still go to shows and raves with the intention of just who we're gonna meet and who we're gonna talk to and
that's
stuff.
pretty sick.
Yeah, literally just a network. You know, like sometimes we're not even going like, oh yeah, we're gonna go get, we're gonna go drink a lot and we're gonna go get messed up. Like we're going like, all right, who we're gonna talk to today, who we're gonna network with, and all
that's
that.
good.
So
yeah, that's a good mentality. Like that's kind of rare. So
yeah, because that is true. You never know who you're gonna talk to, or you never know who you're gonna meet.
And be nice to everyone. Like
yeah,
like I've gained so much from just being nice to people, and it doesn't cost me anything, like so that's just like a reminder to people.
I also forgot to ask this question, and this is a little bit of a tangent, but I know you only really manage like IQ, but are you looking to manage other people, or are you kind of just focusing on
I'm looking for a manager.
Oh no, I'm getting deja vu. For now, I think I'm just gonna manage him because until I feel like we get to a place where he needs like less just attention from me, like then I don't really feel like I need anyone else, because at the end of the day, he's still my best friend, right? So I want to make sure he succeeds first. I'm gonna give him all my resources, all my time, and like everything from DIY, so. Until we get to the place where he's playing festivals, he's getting bookings everywhere, like, and then there's like too much for me to even just handle myself. Maybe I'll get someone else, and then maybe I'll look to get someone like another like
another DJ
client
or something.
Consider creating your own like agency one day.
I think that would definitely be cool. I think like for me, I think I really enjoy like giving people opportunities and stuff. Like I have like a channel on my Instagram just like for people to DJ or people to work events and stuff. Just like I don't even have that many followers, but I just feel like it's cool. I'm willing to share my resources. It doesn't again, it doesn't cost me anything. Like I love just kind of building a community, and I do believe that if I help someone out, they're gonna also help me in the future, right? So but down the road, I think it would be cool to have something like that. But right now, I think I'm focusing more on just event production, and I think both of those things could work really well together.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you have any upcoming events you guys are hosting soon
Yeah,
that you want to let everyone know?
Next Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure when this is gonna be posted.
Yeah, it's only like a couple weeks.
Maybe give us like your next events for like the next
What's your quarter
month.
3 and quarter 4?
Month or two.
It's tough because I'm like going to be gone for like a little bit of August, but it's just our upcoming one. Whenever this is posted, July 25th at the Source OC.
Oh, is it the Pelicano one?
Yeah. So that one's gonna be more of like a kind of like a K-pop-ish like set.
That's pretty cool.
We're still gonna throw it down with some trap and bass. That's our iconic thing, right? But after that, I mean, we have a few things in the works. No set dates yet. We're probably gonna come back to San Diego. Do another like pizza rave, and then Korean barbecue one. That's like that
one's pretty fun.
High demand one for sure.
Yeah, we might do that one again.
Yeah.
But as far as now, I think August is like a little bit calmer because we kind of are just finishing like a big long stretch of like weekends of shows and back to back. So
we literally just had one like a few days ago for his EP. And like the week before that, we helped a DJ called Skybreak, and he came in from New York. We helped him throw like a little listening party for his new release as well at a bagel shop.
Wow.
So
that's fun.
So yeah, it's been a busy month, and then like
last few months has been so busy.
It's been nonstop. I always see your guys' socials.
Yeah. So I think he's going out of town, and then I want to do some weekends where I'm doing I'm going to like camping and all that type of stuff too.
Some me time.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys deserve it. You
So I
guys
think it would be
hard.
cool to have like a little break in August.
we'll come back for sure though.
Yeah. September would be.
Would
September
you
and
guys
the rest.
consider hosting a Labubu rave with Nina? Because you know how she's blown up. Nina's blown up. Her Labubus have been on KCal 5 News and everything. Like specifically her Labubus.
Yeah, no, I had a client, so she like was like, Nina, can I borrow your like Labubus? I gave her like 15 of them and my Z Momo, like the big giant one.
Yeah.
And so it was on
on
K-Cup.
news, right?
It was on K-Cup.
Nina hosts like Labubu events. She did a tea
did.
party.
I did
That
a
one
tea
blew up,
party.
and then she did another one. But
did,
I
like,
was
a-
like, wouldn't it be fun if you and like Roy and Aiku did like a Labubu rave?
I mean, we did a Sanrio one. Labubu is not so far-fetched, honestly.
No, literally.
And like we have friends with Labubu totem poles that we brought to LDC.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we were to do one, it would be soon before the hype goes down.
Yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
I'm sure it'll go.
Yeah.
I think it could
When
happen,
when
yeah.
we're back and going, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. No, I'd be down.
I mean, that would actually be really cool.
You could put both of my Z Mobiles like on the table. I will pitch them myself.
Hey, you
They're
gotta-
my talent.
you dress them up too, like. give
Oh
them
my god,
outfits and
of
stuff?
course, yeah. The one that's there is not dressed up, but I usually have
Labubu.
I have like a Fear of God hoodie from one
Okay.
of my Labubus. I have like Gucci, Chanel.
David's pants. Rockstar.
Rockstar Labubu.
That's a
Mini
collaboration.
one. Yeah, make custom
exactly.
dress for the Labubu and Zimomo
Yeah, no,
for the
dude,
event.
I'm crazy. I feel like the Labubu stuff just like that's my identity almost. Like I think it's just because I started really early posting about it, and it just blew the heck up. And I was like,
early.
No, super early, yeah. Because my boyfriend gave me like that huge, gigantic one, and people were like, "What the thing is that so ugly?" Like, whatever.
Look,
But no,
if
everyone has it.
if people demand a Labubu rave, then we'll do it. Like if it blows up and if you post this as a clip and people really want a Labubu rave, we'll actually throw it.
Watch, we're gonna make it happen.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can make it happen. Literally, I'm telling you.
What you just asked for.
It's gonna happen if I want it to happen.
No, for real, because I hosted like a tea party, like Lububu event,
Yeah.
and then everyone keeps freaking messaging the restaurant about like, oh, can we have another one? But currently she's actually pregnant, or she just gave birth.
To a Labubu.
The Labubu. I was gonna say, wait, the Labubu's pregnant?
Yes, no, exactly, no kidding. But no,
baby.
literally, her baby looked like the size of like the Labubu itself. Like I'm not kidding. Like I saw them like side by side. I was like, what? But anyways, yeah, no. Everyone after that were like, oh my god, like when's the next one? And she's like, I'm taking care of my baby, so it's been in the works. But people are still like really liking the
Asking for one, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, we'll be in the
Yeah.
We'll see.
Wait, so did you guys ever reach out to Shaq? Because I know because he commented on my video, and then I know he followed you. So I was like,
Yeah. So that thing was kind of weird or like funny, but like he randomly followed me one day because of a TikTok I posted or Instagram reel I posted, which posting is important. See, see that? I mean, I benefited off of posting a video of me dancing in my room, but he followed me there, and then I shot him a DM. I said, hey, like thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. You know, like here's some of my unreleased music, and I sent him a link to that, and then I also said, I'm like, you also commented on one of my old posts on TikTok back then about a restaurant rave that we were doing, and then he basically said like, sick, I'm gonna check out your music, and then he's like, oh yeah, that's so cool, like let me know whenever the next one is, and then I told him whenever the next one is, and then I replied to him about my music, and then I just haven't heard since then.
Well, he
But-
downloaded your stuff.
Yeah, well, then, yeah, so then I like to look at the statistics on because the link I sent him is private on SoundCloud, so I can see who listens to it, who downloads my music, and I sent him like 15 songs, and I think he downloaded 12
Whoa.
of my songs. So
That's
there's
so sick.
yeah,
That's
there's a
nice.
very high chance that Shaq is playing my music. I just wish I could see like every show he's doing live or something like that.
That's
you know,
pretty cool.
But so I don't know if he's playing it or not. You know,
Yeah.
unless someone were to tag me.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
though.
yeah.
yeah, maybe you can find out what events he's gonna play at, and you can like meet up with him.
Yeah,
I've
I've been-
make it happen.
I've been trying to look at them. Like a lot of them are like in the Bay, and like he's doing like a little tour.
I
There
see.
hasn't been like a LA one planned for a while, so I don't know yet. But I might just have to double or triple text him and be like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, following up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that all the time with people. So
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Put your ego aside and just double text, triple,
yeah, triple
text.
text. Yeah.
We're gonna see him B2B with.
With Shag, yeah, that'd be crazy. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I know he's a busy person, so I don't blame him at all for not responding and stuff. I do the same thing sometimes. Honestly, I'm horrible. But yeah, but he downloaded my music, so there's a very high chance he's
Yeah.
playing it. So that's all. That's I'm okay.
I know.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with
Nasty.
that right now. That thought right now. You know.
Yeah, no, that is
But yeah.
pretty cool. So how do you guys usually like go about with like finding these places to host your rave?
So in the beginning, I feel like we kind of had to search a little bit, but I think now we have enough of like a presence. I even like made like a website, and like
Nice.
that's how Pelicana found us actually.
Oh,
like,
perfect.
They shot me an email, and then like it was all professional and everything. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, we're so
Yeah.
well, at the end of the day, but we'll still be professional.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
website was a good idea.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I just have to claim the domain, DIYraves.com, like that's ours. And then but nowadays I feel like a lot of other restaurants, they see these other think like clips going like viral and stuff. They're like, oh, maybe we want to do something, because like a big goal for us to do these things is also to promote local businesses.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times they're sharing us their space, right? And like it's like what I said, I want everyone to win. Like, we're promoting them, we're trying to get them like food sales, like bar sales,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then at the same time we have a venue, we're just having fun, we're all making content for both of us, you know. And then so nowadays we're actually getting approached by a lot of like
Businesses. Yeah.
businesses, and then even like brands that want to sponsor certain events. and
That's
stuff.
cool. Yeah.
So that's why I love giving stuff away. And
Yeah,
if they're
yeah.
gonna give me stuff to give away, I'm like, I'm gonna do it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So like for this Pelicana rave, I think Latte is gonna sponsor it. So
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, they're giving away like Sunhari like keychains,
Nice.
the soju.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
save
yeah.
you guys some.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah, yeah.
And then like hand cream or like
That's funny. No, I actually used to be a Sunhari ambassador when I was
Oh.
younger. Yeah, I literally just used the lotion like the other day.
yeah, like
We're gonna give that away next Friday. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
So,
Ooh.
yeah, we just love giveaways, and you know.
When you first like started, like, did you kind of like when you first like talked to the first business person, where you're like, okay, we kind of do this like music thing, or did they know about raves before that?
Yeah.
I would say maybe the first one was like the first one where you had to negotiate was like the Vietnamese pub.
Yeah.
So for that one, it was like same thing, honestly. Like they kind of found us and they thought it was cool. So we
Yeah.
just kind of like have to go over logistics. Like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And we try to make it very clear, and always in the beginning, like it's a rave, we're not doing like a little listening party. It's a rave, So, we show examples of like our past work and stuff like that. So and when he created the website, that was like really helpful, because that just has like everything about what we've done already in the past, and I think it has like links to like the videos and stuff.
That's cool.
Portfolio, a little summary of like our past
Okay,
events.
professional.
Yeah.
It's just like just because like now we have a lot of stuff on our Instagram. It's just like a lot of videos. Instead of making
Yeah.
people click through each one,
Yeah.
I'll just organize it. So if you want to find
Which
out
ones are
something about
relatable?
certain things, it's nice.
But
to
I think we had gotten rejected in the past too, though. Like sometimes we would say like, hey, we would want to do this at your business, and this is what we do. And I think some were kind of afraid of it,
Yeah, like,
because
what do you-
damages and everything like that, which is
Yeah.
totally understandable,
Yeah.
But so we've had our fair share of rejection too.
Yeah, because I'm also like thinking like because you guys usually like host it like later in the day, so it's like
Yeah, evening, yeah.
I'm curious on like how restaurants feel like, oh yeah, we'll be here till like 2.
Yeah, it's like,
AM.
like a lot of times it's like after hours, like club hours, right? Like 10 to 2. So that way we're not actually disturbing the running of the business, so they can still make the money.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then maybe close a little bit earlier so we can start setting up and stuff. But but then we bring in like enough people to help us like do setup and stuff. But I think a lot of times a restaurant would also have their own people, like if they're making food, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're not licensed to do that. Like
Yeah.
I can't cook.
Yeah.
And then
Not yet, at least.
I'm working on it. And then we're cooking in different ways here.
Yeah.
But then they will have their own staff. Hopefully, I always try to like help like the workers like talk to the owner. I'm like, yeah, you should pay them like OT, like because I don't know if they're getting paid well or if they're just there like volunteering, having a good time. But I want to make sure everyone is like getting like everything fair.
Yeah.
But it is definitely a hard thing to like bring up to like restaurant owners, especially if they're more traditional.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't sound like it doesn't make sense. Like,
Sure,
like,
yeah.
we're serving food here. You guys want to throw a party?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And
But
do
we try like telling them as much as possible, like that we want to make it so that you guys the business benefits off of us doing this,
Yeah.
So like usually when we do this, they handle the bar and they keep everything from the bar. So
so they're the ones who always host like with the bar, like
Yeah.
most cases,
Sometimes,
yeah.
because if they don't have like a license or something, like because we're also like I'm also in connection with Beatbox, so
Yeah.
sometimes they would like bring in their team, and then like if they need to serve some stuff, then we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
But we try to help the business get their money like business through like bar sales and food sales, and then also
Yeah.
the exposure.
Like the packages where it's like
Yeah, because like obviously it's not encouraged. Like we try to keep our ticket prices low so it's affordable for most people. But we do like a food bundle, like a drink bundle.
Yeah.
Obviously it's gonna be more, but that way at least we can directly support the business, like knowing that okay, people will buy food ahead of time.
Yeah.
And because at the door we just give them like a special ticket, they redeem it at like the cashier just to save people trouble,
Yeah.
instead of ringing them up during the event. And then we just pay the business directly at the end, just saying like, oh, we help you guys get this many sales through our ticket link. So
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so for people who don't know, usually like for an example with the KBBQ rave, like they basically had like a bundle for like people to eat KBBQ, and it comes with like the ticket price. So honestly, that was a pretty good deal. Like if you were gonna if you're gonna stay like later and also like eat,
Yeah.
like you're filled and you
Yeah.
turn it off later.
yeah, we don't charge like scam prices, like
Yeah,
festival
yeah.
prices, like
seriously.
a Dodger hot dog,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. No,
for like
seriously.
12 bucks,
40
or something like
bucks.
that.
No, that's
Everything's
pretty expensive.
affordable, cheap, and like we
Yeah.
want to make sure everyone's having a good time. They're eating and they're
Yeah.
drinking, so.
That's good. So is there like a venue that you really like want to like host at, or like a type of restaurant maybe?
Yeah.
Well, so we're trying to branch out to do things other than restaurants too. So like some things we've had in mind is like, I think arcade, golf, like a race car place, a movie theater or something we were just talking about too.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I think, and like a roller skate one, I think was something that we had been
Oh, that's cool. A roller skate.
roller skate. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
No, like we'd want to throw
Millennium
like
did that. We're late on that.
yeah, we'd want to throw like a roller skate rave too.
That's
so
so
we
cool.
we'd want to like branch out more beyond just restaurants too. We
Yeah.
kind of want to make it all over
Yeah.
and all that. So
That'd be so cool.
yeah, those are like a few places in mind that we'd want to do. It's just
Yeah.
about finding the right people that would let us do
Who
that.
want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, roller skating is actually a good idea because they have
love
like
roller
you know how they have
skating.
like cosmic like
Yeah.
skating or something, or like
Yeah.
one has like the neon night or something.
Yeah, like
the
themes
disco.
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So that would be a good idea, and they kind of open late too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if we were to do that, we'd want to make it like a boiler room style. You know,
DJ right in the middle.
DJ right in the middle, and everyone skating around it,
Yeah,
type of thing.
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Imagine you were like on an ice skate, like ice skating.
Oh
rink.
yeah, that would be so sick
The
too.
DJ's moving.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, you put him on that like what is that snowmobile thing?
Yeah, you could totally DJ on that
That'd
thing too.
be crazy.
That'd be
Setting up
so
a DJ
cute.
on that would be very
Oh
easy
my gosh,
actually.
that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there like do you guys usually have like an expected number that you want like coming to your events, or it's just like whoever comes out comes out?
It'd be very dependent on the venue space.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like our biggest limitation right now. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
we want as many people to come as possible, but a lot of times, like, cause we sell out pretty much most of our shows. Like,
Yeah.
But a venue space like a restaurant is not that big.
Yeah.
You can only move so many like chairs and like
Sure,
tables
sure.
and
Clear it
sometimes,
out,
like
yeah.
sofas and like what do you do with that?
And it's like the KBBQ one. There's like literally grills
Yeah,
like in
those
the
grills.
middle.
We can't move that. I mean, it's like cool because it's part of the personality. We don't want to remove everything from the restaurant because
Yeah,
we
yeah. Mm-hmm.
want it to make it seem like that pop-up vibe. We want to keep the original like personality characteristics of the restaurant.
Yeah.
But we also want to make space, But we it's kind of tough if it's like bolted down and you have something
Yeah.
more permanent. But so yeah, it's very dependent on like the space that we have. But most of our shows, like say we probably have like on average like 130 people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
So yeah, I mean even for like a restaurant, because they like tell us, oh yeah, capacity is like 60 or like 70, but we visit it and like we're like, oh maybe that's like seating capacity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like standing, we could do a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
Yeah, we're usually limited to like under 200 or under, in most cases.
It is a lot of people.
Yeah, because you think about like if you think about regular, like oh my god, 200 people in a restaurant, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's
it
like
is.
a whole wedding,
Yeah,
no,
exactly, yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also wanted to kind of talk about like what you guys think, like aside from all the DIY raves and everything, like how you feel like the rave culture is kind of changing, and like what is even to like your experience like with it in general.
yeah, I mean, I feel like EDM and raving is definitely more mainstream than it was before. And like that's cool, you know, like I don't mind that. Like I'm not gatekeeping anything, right?
Yeah.
But I also feel like a lot of the original like plur culture is going
It's kind
away.
of it's dying
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw like at your guys' event, you guys had like a candy making station.
That was really cute.
Yeah, and that's something I kind of feel like not everyone does anymore. Like I don't see people like
Swapping the bracelets
exchanging
anymore,
and
yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
making pearlers or
Yeah,
something.
because I want to like bring in more like activities for us to do at the restaurants too.
Yeah.
And then like with our limited space, and I know not everyone wants to just be like just dancing
Dancing music the whole time,
You
yeah.
take a break, and then so that's why we also have like that photo booth now.
Yeah, that's a
coming
good
in.
idea.
Yeah, Selfie Snapco. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I think at the KBBQ we also had like Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Pokemon
Is that your first time
station.
doing that, or you've done it
So
before?
that was actually from the KBBQ guys themselves. They reached out to those guys. I guess they know their demographic.
Yeah.
But
Very
yeah, I mean,
cool.
we've never done something like that before. But yeah, I think the candy making station is cool. You just sit down, relax, you know. And we actually started making some DIY Raves candy, like
Yeah,
charms,
that's
to
cool.
like. So we're gonna start giving those away at future
Yeah.
shows. Just because again, it's all about like community for us. Like we care so much about it. So yeah, we want to kind of keep everything about like the Raves. Like we don't want it to just be like, oh, it's just like super pop up and underground, and then like make it all edgy, and then like, you know, we want it to be like a safe space and for
Yeah,
people
yeah.
to just have fun and just chill and just eat and vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
luckily at our shows we haven't had to deal with anyone like being too weird or anything like that yet, and
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't happen. But yeah,
And, like,
You're gonna have
not-
to hire like security soon, like a bouncer.
yeah. I personally right now in my life I feel so out of touch with the rave scene because I haven't been to like shows or festivals, and like I feel like it feels like a long time or not as much as I used to, because majority of my weekends are spent, and our weekends are spent because, you know, we're throwing shows or I'm performing at shows, you know.
Yeah.
So it feels very fulfilling though to go to a rave and just to go just for fun, just because of how like we don't really do it often anymore, you know.
Yeah.
But so personally, I feel very out of touch with like the whole rave scene, honestly. So I don't really know what's happening.
Yeah, but
with
you're
it
like
and
the
all that.
leader. You're the,
Yeah.
the trendsetter.
Yeah,
You're
yeah. I mean, as far
inviting
as like, I mean, how I'm going into it, like as far as performing wise, I'm just going into it with the mentality like I just want to make sure everyone is just having a good time,
Yeah.
dancing, happy, and all this stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I try being as good of a performer as I can for that type of experience and stuff. But I feel like it's probably very different when you're in the crowd though,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know how it is.
Yeah, no,
honestly.
it's. I only bring that question up because it's like different. What I see is different. Is like everything started going towards more like the rave culture instead of like clubbing culture.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because like clubbing, I feel like for me, because I actually used to be a promoter at Arena, and then but then afterwards, like that kind of like had changed because obviously they like had shut down like their LA, and then I had other things that I wanted to like pursue.
Yeah.
But then it was kind of different because like the club culture, everyone's like trying to act cool, and everyone's like, you're only cool if you have a table or
yeah, see,
you have
like
a bunch
that-
of girls, you know.
Yeah, like that stuff I dislike. So like
Yeah.
the reason why I loved and I fell in love with raving so much is because before that I had my first festival was Rolling Loud, and which is rap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I mean I still had a really good time. I was like 17 at the time, and it was really fun. But comparing how people were there to how were people at a rave is like night and day. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
you fall in a mosh pit at Rolling Loud, you're getting stomped on. Like no one's picking
Yeah,
you
it's
up,
pretty
and
scary.
Yeah, no one's
yeah,
taking
you-
care of you.
you
watching out
lose
for you.
something, it's gone forever. But you fall in a mosh pit at a rave, and people are like picking you up
gosh,
and
they're
like
like,
do you need
helping you
anything?
up.
Here's candy.
No, I
Yeah,
love
my
that.
first rave, I was like, I've always been a super energetic person. So my first rave, I went into a mosh pit, and I was going crazy, and I bumped into like, I mean, a guy that was like over 6'5", like over 220 pounds, and I thought I was gonna die. I was like, I'm like, this is gonna be it. He gave me a hug. It was my first rave. I bumped into him. I turned around. He's like, oh my god, I'm good. And he just gave me a hug, and I was like, see, I'm like, okay, raving is freaking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But if that would have happened at a rap festival, I probably would have been done. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Definitely like rave culture, like it's very much like inviting for people, and everyone's like welcome, and you don't have to like look a type of way, and I feel like everyone's just like
Accepting of
everyone's pretty
everyone.
like accepting, which is something that's different than how it was like before. But then also what's kind of interesting now is that I see is like people like the younger, like even younger people who are getting into like raving, like I think sometimes like they might need like some guidance, like when you're like going to through crowds or something, and then just they're gonna like knock you, and then you're just like,
yeah, they're
sorry.
always running in and they don't apologize.
yeah. So that's something that I kind of hope comes back. Like,
Yeah, even at our shows or shows that I perform, like sometimes I have to walk to the crowd too, and I'm still like overly saying excuse me, excuse me,
Yeah.
excuse
Yeah,
me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely something that like some people lack sometimes too, you
Yeah.
know. But I don't know, I think that's just something that people like, everyone's gonna be
do.
like that sometimes, and there's
Yeah.
also gonna be like a lot of nice people at the same time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Always bad eggs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone
Can't believe it.
someone asked. I don't know if you want to answer this one, but someone says you don't rave after you perform, and then I don't know. I feel like that could apply to us too. Like if you don't rave at, but like we rave at our shows too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always like in the crowd and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
sometimes after my sets, I'm always going into the crowd and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
You know?
I
But-
always like when DJs are like that. Like, you know
Yeah.
how like Arm & Hammer like is always in the crowd.
Oh yeah, I try to be in the crowd as much as possible before and after my set. The only thing is that sometimes our jobs consist of talking to people all the time. So we're always having to talk to people behind behind doors and all that type of stuff too, you know. So, but for the most part, we try raving and enjoying ourselves too, because our job is very unique and fun, you know. So yeah.
That's pretty cool. Did you have a question?
I forgot. Oh wait, are your events 21 plus right now?
Only for the Pelicana one.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
But
Those
usually
next
are
Friday.
they like 18 plus?
Usually they're 18 plus.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would depend on the venue itself, you know. So we just kind of respect like their rules or something like that. A lot of times they are open to 18 plus, but and we do check IDs. We make sure of that, and we've been respecting people and stuff too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean we're open just because I know it is like for a lot of people they can't go to clubs but they like EDM and stuff, so the closest thing to clubs is like kind of our shows.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that are not festivals, right? So we try to give that opportunity to those type of people as well.
We have done one all age rave before.
Oh, what is that?
It was at a lantern festival. And
Santa
That's
Anita,
cute.
we're 6269 Mark.
Yes, I remember. You know, that's a thing now. Have you seen the toddler raves?
Oh my
oh
god.
yes, yeah, I've seen people do that.
He's like really big, and he does music for. He does like the wheels on the bus go round and round, and they like sell out.
Yeah.
They bring their babies, and I was like, "Is that the future? Like, is that our future?"
Yeah.
You know.
I think for us, like they're pretty cool to do like every so often. Like that festival was, I mean that show that we did was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was like it was honestly really random, and it was interesting to set up at first, but seeing like little kids dancing in the crowd and all that stuff was good. And there was like some guy that brought over like a big bag of like stuffed animals, so we were just all throwing them at the kids and all that.
Giveaway.
Yeah, we just giving away stuff. So I think it was cool, like just DJing and performing and then throwing these stuffed animals at these kids and all that. You know. So I think it'd be cool to do stuff like that every so often.
Because I mean, sometimes we have like hella old people at our shows too.
Yeah. I was trying to bring an old lady to my show last Friday. Yeah. She said she was too old though.
Just tell her she can be behind the booth. She can be one of the.
Yeah,
That's what I told her.
She's backstage baddie.
She's like, I'm too old for this. I'm like, no, you're not.
And I bring my mom to my shows sometimes
Oh,
too.
really? What does your mom think of the shows?
She's very much like me. Like she just loves like socializing and events and like just music and dancing and stuff too. So she actually went to like my Sanrio one. Yeah, she loves like Hello Kitty.
Yeah, that's cute.
And so that's why I was like, Mom, you can be a backstage baddie. Let's and I just had my homies meet her, and like she was just on stage dancing and
That's
vibing.
cool.
And
Love that.
yeah, I mean like, cause literally at some of our shows, like because we scan in like tickets and we have to check IDs, right? And then I think like the oldest person we had our show, it was in San Diego. I think they were like maybe like late 60s or something like that.
Wow. Do they listen to EDM music or do they know?
I think they were just curious. I think
Yeah,
so,
was the
'cause-
burger one?
Yeah, it was like Base and Burgers, and
Oh,
it was in San Diego, and it was like an outdoor like patio area.
that's so
And
funny.
those hours were earlier than usual, so that's why
Yeah.
they were probably so late. But they were probably just walking by, and then they decided to
Yeah.
buy a ticket and just like come through, because we do get a lot of walk-ins.
That's
But we only allow walk-ins if we're not at like max capacity, and if the
yeah.
space like allows for it, because we want people to still be comfortable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But so it was like a lot of times the walk-ins are the most random type of people, but they still have a great time, and that's what I love, is that okay, they don't have to love EDM to love the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's part of the culture too. Like it's like raving and like EDM music just kind of brings people together, and it's more like inviting than maybe just other types of music, too, or just like the way that other culture. I mean, like music, I guess.
Yeah.
Brings people together. But,
I mean, yeah, that just falls back into like why I even fell in love with like raving and EDM in the first place, was because of how inviting and nice everyone was compared to everything else I've seen before then,
yeah.
So it's definitely like a community that can bring everyone together, and I feel like that's what we're trying to do too. And like with DIY, just build a strong community and make people have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but what do you think is like really like next for DIY raves? Like what would be like the next level, or even like the epitome of a dream?
yeah, I mean, I think booking bigger artists would
Yeah.
start getting to that point. It is hard because like a lot of times our budget is capped at the venue, right? Like we're not gonna sell like $80 tickets at like a restaurant rave just because there's less capacity just to break even, right? So that is like a little bit difficult, but we do have like some bigger names that have kind of like reached out, that wanted to explore maybe like playing at some of our shows, like More Kismet, Floss, like 24 hours.
Shaq,
Shaq too. Yeah, so
Soki.
yeah, I mean, so hopefully we can like start locking down some bigger names. Like we recently had Nazar. Yeah, we flew him out from like Texas, and I think he had a great time too.
That's cool.
It comes with free food too. At a booking rate. So
Yeah.
and then also maybe like some other cities, if anything, like other states.
Yeah, like we want to do a Bay Area one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
which I
cool.
think would be possible before the year ends. I think we'd do a San Francisco show before the year ends, honestly.
Ew.
Yeah,
Wow.
because this is wherever we have enough demand, right?
Yeah.
Like so we're slowly building out, and like a lot of times like we have this fan base also because like due to him, because he's getting really big now, and then like he's played at multiple Bay Area shows at this point.
Yeah.
And then so now we're getting a lot of attention from that, so again, that's why like kind of this like artist management and like event company kind of go in tandem. And
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it works out great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we started DIY, that just helped me as an artist too, because it's making me perform more and meeting new fans and making new fans and all that. So it goes hand in hand,
Yeah.
And he's so good. Like he's like really good at the networking part and the logistic part, and I suck at that part. So that's why like it just works really well. I'm just better at the creative stuff.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. And what do you think is next for like your like music? I know you said they were working on some stuff, but
Yeah, so I mean the EP just released last Friday, or this Friday that just passed, and I think I want to just focus on entirely promoting that and making that aware of like that is what my sound is, and that's what I want my sound to lead into and all that.
yeah.
So I definitely want to start focusing on promoting that as much as possible and getting that out to a bunch of other DJs and all that, and posting more TikToks about it. And I'm going to post like a full-on live set of what we did this past Friday. So I want to finally have like a mix online too, because I don't have any mixes online too.
Yeah.
So I want to have a mix on there too.
Yeah. Is it gonna? Do you think you're gonna release it on like SoundCloud or something, or are you gonna?
I'm gonna try to like the full mix. I'm gonna put it like on YouTube and SoundCloud, and then try to
Nice.
as much as everything as I can,
Yeah.
But definitely YouTube and SoundCloud 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as just like promoting the EP, and then just continuing to push myself out there as much as possible, and get my name out there more.
Yeah.
Now that I have this sound already out, But yeah.
Yeah.
And more shows, obviously. I want to make more fans and meet new fans. And yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you meet new fans, like, how do you like usually interact with them? Are you like?
I'm so like, I mean, I don't even feel, I feel like a totally regular person, and I am a regular person, but I don't know. I think it's so weird to me and very surreal because I believe in myself. I believe in my music that it is good, but I also at the same time think like, you like me, you know? You like my music. You like who I am. You know, this is so weird to me. So, I don't know. I try. I mean, I try being as normal as possible when I engage with people at the shows. Like anyone could approach me and anyone could talk to me at any given time, and I'll always like actually take my time and have a conversation with them. You know, I think someone today had shot me a DM, about 2 days ago, our show on Friday, that just said they were like it meant they said that it meant a lot to them that I actually took my time and had a conversation with them. Yeah. And I mean, to me, I was like, that was just a regular thing to me, you know? I was just trying to have a conversation with you, you know? But it's very surreal to me. But I'm still very normal about it. I don't think it's different at all.
Yeah. No, that's a good thing. Yeah, no, so you guys should approach them and try to like have a conversation.
And Roy too. If you approach Roy, you're going to be given like opportunity, you know? So
so it's always good to like just put yourself out there because you don't know who you're going to meet. But yeah, and already I hope you guys see that they're such genuine people and there's a lot like going on for them, and we're excited for whatever you guys have next, and
we're always rooting for you guys.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You guys were there day one.
Hot Pot.
Before we end the podcast, I just wanted you guys to like give yourselves like a shout out, like where people can find you, like each of your accounts too, and like where they can find events and stuff.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm Roy once again. My Instagram handle is Purpleperfection, but
I should have. We should have. Before we do this, we have to ask this. How did you even come up with Purpleperfection?
Oh no! This is a long story, bro. All right.
It was your question.
Oh shoot! All right. Well, here we go. All right. You know a game called Roblox?
Yeah.
So I used to play that game a lot, and I made like a lot of money on that game too, because I love the color purple, right? And I monopolized every purple item on that game. I like bought everything out, and then so I just basically like taught myself how to like, you know, like buy and sell and stuff on like when I was like 14, 15. Wow. And I made like at least like 60 grand from that game from just like selling these virtual items back then. And then, I mean, Purpleperfection is actually a hat on Roblox.
Oh my god!
And I've just had this account, like, because this Instagram account, I used to hate social media. Yeah. And I only had it because I'm a big sneakerhead and, like, streetwear and all that stuff. And I only had an Instagram account to enter giveaways back then. Nice. So that was, like, literally my name from, like, middle school. So ever since, I've just kind of just had this name and haven't rebranded yet. So I kind of been stuck with it so far. So
so for the time being, it is Purpleperfection.
Yes, catch me when you still can. If anything, I'll respond to you on DIY Raves. So.
And where can they find you?
My name is Aiku, and my Instagram and like all my handles is at We Love Aiku.
Yeah, and then for DIY
and then DIY Raves is just at DIY Raves.
Yeah, on Instagram,
TikTok,
anywhere on the internet. You just look us up. We're actually on
DIYraves.com too.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where you can find both of us.
Plugging that website, it has to be out there. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate you like just taking the time and like us also like learning more about you guys. But yeah, like we said, we're excited to see you guys next time. Yeah, and
sick.
Yeah, and you know where to find us. We release episodes every Tuesday on Spotify and YouTube, and you can follow us at Just One by Pod on Instagram and TikTok. But yeah,
and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.
Rockstar Studios at US.
You want to get out of the way? It's right. Yes.
What's up? I'm David. I have a clothing brand called Rockstar Studios at US. We started last year. We're on our 4th drop. We dropped these pants. We got a sweat set too. And yeah, we got like a whole bunch of other stuff coming out. So definitely check it out. And
if you want clothes for your Labubu.
If you want clothes for your Labubu, I'm about to make custom ones. So yeah. Nice.
Shout out Rockstar. Peace.